Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 3 of the Plan 2023 series. Today we're going to be talking about setting goals for next year, building out systems to support them. But if you missed parts 1 and 2, I will link them down below because they do all sort of tie in together and build off of one another. So make sure you're watching those 2 videos first before getting into the goal setting and getting into this template that we have today. So I think goals are tricky. I feel like it's kind of a controversial hot topic right now, but I think where people get hung up on goals and how tricky they can be is that they've set a very specific, way too high goal and they aren't able to achieve it in the time that they've set for themselves. So they end up not being able to achieve the goal and start to feel like a failure and like they can't get any of their goals accomplished. Or you've set the bar way too low and then you hit the goal, but it ends up feeling a little bit empty because you think that your life is going to be so much different when you hit this very specific goal. But then that doesn't always happen. So you end up feeling like what's next and you don't know where you're gonna go. So the first tip on this template is to pick subjective goals. We're not trying to get a very specific goal here. We want a general idea, and that can even be as subjective as I want to be happy this year. That's what we're looking for. Very broad stroke goals, big picture goals of where you want to be next year. And so when we jump into this template, under the big picture goals, you'll see that there's 3. In 2023, I want to be. In 2023, I want to do. And then in 2023, I want to try. Trying something to get you out of your comfort zone. For example, in 2023, I want to be successful. Now that is a very broad stroke. That can mean a lot of different things because I don't want to set some sort of limit like this year I want to have 100 subscribers on YouTube. That's a great goal to have, but it's a very short-term goal because I could get there in a few months, I could get there in a few years, but what happens after that? That's not something that I can continue striving for. That's not something that I want to aspire to. And once I've hit that goal, what is next for me? It leaves me hanging and it leaves me feeling like if that's all I need to achieve, then I'm done and I can move on with my life. So instead, if you just say in 2023, I want to be successful, then that can mean a lot of different things. That can start with hitting 100 subscribers on YouTube. Then it can go to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, whatever it is. I want to create a website this year. That's how you want to start thinking when you're looking at these goals. And that's why I did make them very targeted, like what you want to be, do, and then try, because I want you to try to challenge yourselves and think a little bit deeper with where you want to go and who you want to be next year. So in 2023, I want to be successful. In 2023, I want to do something fun and adventurous. In 2023, I want to try maybe some sort of exercise routine that you've always been interested in, or try journaling this year if you've been interested in journaling and haven't before, or something creative. Whatever's calling to you, choose those things. And then you'll notice that under all of those be, do, and try goals, that there are the 5 whys. So I'm gonna challenge you even more to dig even deeper. And if you want to be successful in 2023, you're gonna have to go through the 5 whys and figure out why you want to be successful. And that kind of becomes our actual target. So in 2023, I wanna be successful. Why? Because I want to take control of my career. Why? Because I'm feeling unfulfilled from my day job and I wanna be passionate about what I'm working on. Why? Because then I can wake up knowing that I'm making a difference in the world. Why? Because that will keep me fulfilled and happy and bring joy to my life, knowing that I'm helping people. And ultimately, that is the goal because I want to be helping people. So do you see how that works? You're just climbing down this ladder and figuring out what the root of these dreams are. So it becomes more personal and it becomes something that you're truly passionate about achieving rather than something that is a moving target or you see your friends doing or social media doing, so you want to do it too because you want to be in on it. This year, try to really customize your goals and make sure that they're aligned with your dreams, and your dreams not just for 2023, but your dreams for the future in general, and where you want to go in this life and what you want to do in this life. And that's our goal here, is to build the life perfectly customized to you and to your strengths and to your dreams and passions. And that's what we're trying to do with this series, with my channel in general. So getting back into the template, after you've gone through the 5 whys for each of these 3 prompts, you're going to jump down to my systems. So right under 2023 I want to be, you're going to drop down to and I'll get it done by, and then you'll see tasks 1 through 4. And if you're going through this template and you've thought of more tasks than just the 4, you're obviously welcome to just expand on this worksheet, or if you have more goals even, you can just double up on this worksheet and do it as many times as you want. But keep in mind, we want to be creating realistic, attainable goals here that you can strive for and focus on in 2023. So I have a lot of things on my bucket list, but I'm not going to be writing down all of my bucket list dreams for this year. I want to just be very focused in my goals and in what I want to accomplish in 2023 specifically. So where I'm aligned and focused on right now, and just getting a little bit further next year so that in 2024 I can get even further, and so on. So keeping in line with that, in 2023, I want to be successful goal. I've figured out my whys. I know it's because I want to be helping people and I want to be making a difference. And then I will get it done by. And here is where you are building out your very specific systems, which I think do get confused with goals sometimes, because when you set a goal, it becomes the one thing that you're aspiring to without any clear instructions, like a guidebook on how to actually achieve it. So we just say we're going to do this thing this year, but we're not creating the systems and the habits that support it and that will get us there. We're just, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. every day this year, but without doing the work of making sure that you are set up for success to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. Like, you're not going to bed early. You're not making your coffee automatic so that it is already there in the morning. I don't know how people wake up at 6 a.m. It's not my thing. So that was a bad example. But instead of being focused on the goal, you want to be focused on these systems that will get you there, and be sure that you're sticking to these systems. So that's the purpose of the second half of the template, is if I want to be successful in 2023, and I know that I want to be successful because I want to know that I'm helping people and I want to live my purpose and my passion, I'm going to get that done by working on myself. Maybe that's reading some books on personal development, listening to some podcasts that I've always been interested in. Task 2 could be brainstorming every day, maybe giving myself 5 minutes every day to brainstorm new video ideas or new blog posts or new templates that I can post on my website. Just brainstorming anything that comes to me that day. Task 3 could be giving myself permission to rest, knowing that if I'm always trying to focus on grinding this stuff out and never taking a break and making sure that I have free templates every day for people, I'm gonna get burnt out. And I know myself because I am a perfectionist. I am full of anxiety. So I feel like when I'm not actively doing something, that I'm failing in some way or letting someone down. So I know that that is gonna be a challenge in wanting to be successful, because in my mind, I still associate being successful with the grind and the hustle and all of this stuff. So I'm preemptively thinking about the challenges that I may be facing with this goal, and anything that could be setting me back or tripping me up that could hinder me accomplishing this goal. So thinking about those things too, or the various ways that you could be set back in achieving your goals, because it happens, right? It is never a linear path towards your dreams and your goals. Everything ebbs and flows and dips, and you get highs and you get very, very lows, but you have to persevere, and you have to, I was gonna say stay motivated, but that is wrong too. We can't always rely on motivation. And that is why we build out these systems to support us when we just can't. If I wake up in the morning and I'm like, dude, I just don't have it in me, I'm not thinking creatively at all, I know that I can go back to any of my systems and maybe associate with one of them that day. And even if that's just the system of permission to rest, then it's already built into my plan. I'm not failing. I'm not accomplishing something that day or that week because I have built in a fail safe to give myself permission to rest. I know that I'm contradicting like every single one of these like goal setting, personal development videos by telling you that you have to build in fail safes and give yourself time to rest within your goals, because that looks like you're not moving, right? When we envision goals, we think that we have to be continuously moving towards that goal. And if you stop or if you take a step back, then you have failed in some way. And I am telling you that that is not always true. And honestly, 90% of the time, it's probably not true. You have to know that there will be setbacks, and you have to know that you will not be able to work out every day this year. There will be days that is just not possible, or you can't journal every day this year. There will be times that you just can't focus and you just don't have the energy to do that. Build those breaks into your systems so that you know that you're still on track with achieving your goals. You've given yourself the space and the grace to achieve your goals in a very compassionate and safe way. So I feel like this video is short and sweet because it is a short and sweet template, but as you can probably tell, there is a lot of work that goes into this template, between figuring out what you want to be, do, and try next year, to figuring out why you want to do each of those things, the true why, and then building out the actual systems that will help you achieve them. And like I said, if the 4 tasks or the 4 mini goals to creating your systems to achieve your goals is not enough, then feel free to expand, mark up these templates as you see fit. Just use them as general guides. If you don't want to have the 3 different goals, just use one of them. That is honestly even more focused and attainable next year if you just have the one goal. But the point of this is to create the goals and systems that work for you, and to not just go with the basic resolutions of not doing something. I'm going to cut out sugar next year. That's not something that's going to push you further next year. And even if that is something that you write down, like I want to be sugar-free in 2023, if you go through the 5 whys, I think you'll find a much, much deeper meaning behind that goal. And that should be your focus. Maybe you just actually need to be focusing on your health holistically. So think up your big picture goals, create systems in place that will help you achieve them, and I promise that you are going to crush your goals next year. But that's it for today's video. Like and subscribe if this was helpful, and if you want to catch part 4, this will be the final part in the series, the final video of 2022. I cannot believe it. But next week we are going to be building out our vision boards, and I am so excited. I've been waiting so long to do this with you guys because I love vision boards. I have been called the vision board girl. But we will be using all of the templates from each video in this series to create your vision board and to make it really inspiring and customized to you and bring you a lot of joy, so that every time you see that throughout the year, it will resonate. It'll keep you focused on achieving your goals and building out your dream life in 2023. I have seen this happen in my own life. I've seen this happen in other people's lives. This is a tried and true method to building the life of your dreams. So stick with me. I hope all of these videos are extremely helpful for you. And let me know below what your goals are, what you want to be, do, and try next year. Let me know below so I can see it and support you on your journey. So take time for yourselves this week, and I will see you all on Friday.